hosts, your helpful cephalon, here to showcase another steel path build, this one being for the cephons, or otherwise known as the Nikana Steel. If you're looking for good damage and red crit, then this is the build for you. And without further ado, let's get into this. Before we get started, let's talk about what a Zaw actually is. A Zaw is a modular weapon that can be found, or rather built in setters at Hock's shop. There are three main parts to a Zaw, those being the strike, the grip, and the link, each part contributing different stats to the weapon that you're making. For this specific build, you're gonna need the cephalon strike, P grip, and finally the VAR-G2 J-link. We established what a Zaw is, and what parts you need. Let's talk about how it actually works. As you can see, I'm now in steel path. So let's explain the build. Now the strike for this Zaw is, as you know, the cephalon strike. The strikes for these modular weapons only serve to impact the type of weapon it is. What really matters here is the grip and the link. The P grip in this case serves to give us an increase in attack speed at the cost of base damage, and the VAR-G2 J-link service to give us another increase in attack speed and critical chance. Put up the cost of base damage and status chance. You're probably wondering why these parts are taking away from base damage. Well, it's because base damage overall doesn't matter too much. Weapons can have horrible base damage, but can still do tons of damage because of the mods we slap on them. So all I'm saying is don't worry about the base damage, because it's thanks to this increase in critical chance and attack speed that allows us to hit red crits, and it is worth it in the long run. For this build, I specifically chose an elemental mixed with a crit build to give it a nice balance of two types of damage. For this build, I'm using 60/60 mods, those being cold and toxin, to create viral, so when it comes to status chance I don't tend to worry about it too much. Thanks to the viral damage mixed in with Nikana's innate high damage, I'm also able to proc bleed stairs effects, while still being able to do red crit damage, thus doing more damage. Overall, if you really want to do even more damage than this, you can equip a Panzervolt Fafila to spread more viral to enemy targets. I personally like to use it, but for this video, I didn't, since I didn't want any outside variables affecting the damage that this weapon does. That way I could showcase the weapon in its purest form. For the actual build itself, for the stance I have Blind Justice, then its Condition Overload as my damage mod, Weeping Wounds to make up for that lost status chance, Gladiator Might for extra critical damage, Sacrificial Steel for critical chance, Virulent Scourge for the toxin and extra status chance, Vicious Frost for the cold and extra status chance, Organ Shatter for the critical damage, and finally Blood Rush for the extra critical chance. For the arcane, you can choose whatever you want, but personally, I like to use Exodia Contagion, as when you jump up into the air and you press the guard button and the firing button, it fires a projectile that deals an increased 400% of the Zaw's damage, meaning it is also affected by mods and built up combo counts. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and maybe comment down below on any future builds you want to see next. And with that, this is your helpful cephalon signing out.